using the slipstream, and we fly right past him. Can we overtake Bija as well? Ooh, the Binder on the inside. I mean,
It's over. Your team just lost the game to the underdog. Loose running off the chain. It's over. You got no backup to match us. This rap attack just surpassed its master. It's over. Suckers are not ready to start letting the newest LeBron and prove that we're hard hitting. So which one of y'all's pitching? I'm calling my shots and knocking out the ball stitching. It's over. Your team just lost the game to the underdog. Loose running off the chain. It's over. You got no backup to match us. This rap attack just surpassed its master. It's over. Suckers are not ready to start letting the newest LeBron and prove that we're hard hitting.
yo, MotoGP fans, welcome back to another episode of MotoGP 24 Road to MotoGP. We're heading for our third season, and we have the options to go for Yamaha, Aprilia and Honda, but we chose to go for Aprilia because we want to fight for the championship, as MotoGP 25 is coming up in the end of April. So before that, I want to claim the MotoGP title in MotoGP 24, and therefore I chose for Aprilia. The bike is much better than the Yamaha one and the Honda one. Previous season 2, we also were the Aprilias were fighting for the championship, but at the last, Ducati won the championship. We have the options to go for a short calendar or an official calendar, and I'm a bit in a dilemma to go for a short calendar or an official calendar. As the short calendar, we can choose which tracks we want, but there aren't a lot of races. I think you can choose between 10 or 11 races. Let's see, this is the official calendar, which has 21 rounds, and the short calendar has 11 rounds, so that's not a lot. If I'm going for the official calendar, I will turn off the sprints. In the short calendar, I will turn them on, but in the short calendar there are not enough tracks to cope with, so we will be going for the official calendar, and we will disable the diesel sprint, as I only want to focus on the main race, and I think we will increase the number of laps which we will do if we go for the official calendar. Yeah, so here are the transfers. Only Tony Arbolino is moving up from Moto2. He will be joining Castrol Honda LCR. Jack Miller heading for Gresini. Bastianini going for Trackhouse. Marc Marquez going for Red Bull KTM, the factory team. And Johan Zarco moving to the factory Honda team. So the biggest surprise is Marc Marquez going for KTM. In the Moto2, only David Alonso has moved up from Moto3. He will be joining Elfmark VDS Racing Team. Unfortunately, no Colin Fire going for the Moto2, while in real life he is heading for the Moto2, or he is in the Moto2. And unfortunately not in the MotoGP Ai Ogura. Only Tony Arbolino coming from Moto2. So that was the MotoGP 24 opening intro. Don't know if you have seen the MotoGP 2025 intro, but I much prefer the old one, as the new one has been remixed, and I don't really like the remixed version. I really love the previous version with the trumpets, where you can hear the trumpets loudly. So we will be heading for Qatar for the first season test, and we did a decent job. We will be we will choose Spec A, as that one has had much better pace. I must say the Aprilia factory bike is handling just perfectly, much better than the Trackhouse Aprilia, the satellite team Aprilia, as the factory Aprilia has much better handling, and you can ride much more smoothly, as the Trackhouse one you had to ride very aggressively. And just like previous seasons, we will have our first challenge against our teammate Vinales, as we will be heading for Qatar for the opening race of the season. All dry weather, no surprise here in Qatar. We will increase the laps to 8 laps. See you back at the qualifying results.
The second MotoGP qualifying session also ends here. The graphic you see on the screen corresponds to riders' starting position on the grid.
So Vinales claims pole position. We will be starting from P4. Thought I did a fast lap, but it wasn't enough, so maybe I had to go for more laps. But nevertheless, let's head out for our very first race.
A very warm welcome from the Qatar Peninsula. We're at the Lusail International Circuit near the capital city of Doha. Just a few more. It's been a long weekend, but we finally reached the moment everyone's been waiting for. Just a few more minutes and the race will start. The sun has set over the Qatar desert, and the sun brought onto the track by the wind will make it difficult for riders to get good grip during the early stages of the race. Temperatures have dropped considerably compared to this afternoon, so many teams have opted for soft tyres.
So surprisingly, Miguel Oliveira starting from P2. He did a great job on the Trackhouse Aprilia. And Marc Marquez here in the Red Bull KTM outfit on the Red Bull KTM bike. It's a bit odd to see him in KTM clothes. But let's head out. We have 10 red lights. We left the engine up. And our first Grand Prix in Season 3 is on the way. Great. No, not so great start. Horrible start, actually. As we drop down the grid. As we are in turn 1, it's elbows out here. Ooh. And not surprisingly at all, it's Marc Marquez who let us know he's there. Jack Miller on the Ducati. Versini Ducati. We will receive our very first warning. Not sure if it was our fault, but the race continues, so Vinales still in the lead. Oliveira still in P2. Oh, we have another warning. Okay. Don't know when that happened, but we have another warning, apparently. So we are in P7, and we are almost losing the back end. Trying to keep up with Bagnaia. It's a bit wide. It's track limit warning. Third warning of the race. And we are only in the opening lap. Have to be extra careful from now on. Can we go for a move on Bagnaia? Using the slipstream, and we fly right past him. Can we overtake Dija as well? Ooh, Brad Binder on the inside. I mean, but that was a great move on Dija and on Bagnaia. Now we're on the outside of Brad Binder. And now we will have the inside line and we overtake him. It's a great move on Brad Binder for P4. And can we close down the front runners? Vinales is trying to pull away from the rest of them. And Oliveira is doing a very good job on the satellite trackhouse Aprilia. Go wide again. No track limit, however, luckily. A strange corner entry, but we make it stick. It looks like they are pulling away from me. I have to raise the tempo, raise my pace to close them down. I've noticed I'm very fast in the first sector, first couple of sectors, the first two. As the others are much faster in sector 3 and sector 4. Getting very close to Espargaro, and we hit him on his rear wheel. He will go wide, and we claim P3 from Espargaro. We're in the third lap. We still have plenty of laps left. Can we go for a win here in Qatar? Remember, we are not doing sprint races, we are only doing the main race, so I have to make sure I finish high up. Oliveira is doing such a great job. Yes, great pace here. Oh, in the slipstream of Oliveira. Can we overtake him before we head for turn 1? No. We pull out of it, but now we have the inside. No. We will have the inside now, but he goes a bit wide and we take a much tighter line. We overtake him for P2. That's a brilliant move in turn 2. So we have been behind Vinales for a couple of laps. Only have 4 more laps or 3.5 more laps remaining to make a move on Viñales, but it's my teammate, so I have to be careful not to be too aggressive. Oh, we go wide. This isn't helping us. We are really pushing. Oh, that's our final warning. Just one more and we will have a long lap penalty. That will mess up our race. Almost lost the back end. And Viñales is pulling away again. Now we are in sector 1 and sector 2, where I'm much stronger than Viñales. We are closing him down rapidly. Oh, right at his rear wheel. Have to be careful. Don't want another warning or take us both out. This is becoming a great battle. We are searching for an opportunity to overtake Viñales. And I think it will be on the main straight, as that's the safest point to do it. But I'll have to keep close to him. Or stay close to him. Wide line in turn 15. Look at the gap with Espargaro. The Aprilias are dominating here. Now we have the slipstream on Viñales. And we go for a move. We overtook Viñales for the lead of the race. Can we dictate the right tempo, the right pace to create a gap with Viñales? It's only 2 more laps to go. But remember, just 1 more warning and we will receive a long lap penalty, so I have to be extra careful from now on. I'd much rather finish in P2 on the podium than mess up our race by serving a long lap penalty. Oh, Dija just crashed. Di Antonio. So we're in the final lap. Created a gap of 1.5 seconds with Viñales, which should be enough to win this race here in Qatar. It wasn't an easy one, but the factory Aprilia is a very decent bike. Much better than the Trackhouse Aprilia. That was close to the track limit warning. But the bike is handling very smooth. It's smooth on the throttle. Much better in braking. And as of now, we will win our very first opener opening of the MotoGP 2026 season, our third season.
A long race weekend comes to a close with the end of the MotoGP race. Let's have a look at the race results, and then we'll see you in a moment for the podium
So
ceremony.
we won the Qatar Grand Prix, our very first race of the 2026 season, our third season in MotoGP 24. It's a 1-2 for Aprilia as Vinales finished in P2 and Espargaro finishing in P3 on the Ducati, not the factory Ducati, the Prima Pramac one, as the factory Ducatis finished pretty low. Mayaya in P6 and Quartararo on P8, so not sure what's going on at the factory Ducati team. We are in the lead of the team's championship and also in the constructors championship.
Where the three podium finishers have just arrived, the winner is over the moon and quite rightly indulging in a few celebrations with his team.
So we did a good job by winning the race in Qatar, showing everyone that we are a real threat for the MotoGP 24 the MotoGP 26, because we are in the 2026 season championship, and I think our contenders will be Prima Pramac.
We're picking up again live from the track where the top three riders have just arrived on the podium for the trophy ceremony. We've seen a very exciting race, and these riders deserve all the love from the fans.
Haven't paid any attention where Jorge Martin has ended, but Espargaro was very fast as well here in Qatar. So hopefully we will see a lot of this cutscene in the upcoming races. Okay, that was Qatar. We just won the very first race of the 2026 season, aka our third season of MotoGP 24, and couldn't be happier with such start. It's the perfect start for the I think the final season in MotoGP 24. In the Moto2, Vietti is leading, Masia in P2, and in Moto3 we have Bertel leading again. Don't know if he won the previous season. It's a pity we couldn't see it back after the final race. But yeah, Tony Arbolino all the way down on the Honda. But yeah, that was the first one. Next up will be Portimao, one I struggled a lot on in the past, but that will be for another day, another episode. I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll be seeing you back for the very next episode in Portimao. See ya!